Okay. Um, Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Um, Welcome to Chapter 2 Organizing and Managing a Multi Grade Class. So, we have two topics here a lesson. First, we have Lesson 4, which is Managing Instructional Time, and Lesson 5 is Preparing the Curriculum. I'll be the one to discuss first the Lesson 4. Okay. Managing Instructional Time. Um, you can comment down in comment section, if you wanted to answer. So my question is, what do you think, or how, as an educator, how can you effectively organize or manage a multi-grade classroom? You can comment down below. In the book of multi-grade class, here are the following. To have an effective classroom organization and management, first we have to be used of instructional time, efficient use of instructional time. Next is establishing routines, yung mga activities, and also participating in group activities. How can it be effective if how can it be like yung mga routines, how can it be effective if your students are not participating, especially in groups? And the last one is working on independent task. So aside sa groupings, meron din tayong independent task. Hindi nalagay dito sa PPT, but you can also consider setting priorities as a educator, setting priorities or objectives before starting the lesson or implementing the lesson, because setting priorities will help you guide to manage the delivery or the lesson that you wanted to teach. Okay, ano ba ang instructional time? So, instructional time, it refers to the period of time during which students receive instruction from a teacher and that the school is accountable for them. It encompasses classroom activities during regularly scheduled time when students are expected to be actively engaged in learning activity. So the keyword here is this is the time where the students actively engage in learning. There should be interaction between the teacher and the student. So there will be learning. So instructional time para na yung classes hours. Kayo ba nung elementary ba kayo, what time kayo nag-start and what time kayo nag-end? Di ba usually 7 a.m. 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Pero parang 7 a.m. nag-start na yung class na yun, then mag-end mga around 4. Pero minsan naaabutan ng 5 p.m. kasi meron pang pinapagawa si teacher, or noon pinapasulat ng mahaba yung mga student, pinapakopy sa board, kaya naaabutan ng 5 p.m. So, yes, again, that is instructional time. This is the students receive instruction from the teacher. So, I hope na-gets din yung instructional time. Let's move on. Okay, to the time allotment. So, this is DepEd Order number 31, Section 2012. This is the time allotment per subject area prescribed by the Department of Education in the Philippines. So, ito yung version from grade 1 to grade 6. Iba din dito sa grade 7 to 10. So, per subject, there should be 50 minutes sa grade 1. Or ano ba to? Yes, sa grade 1 to 6, usually 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and so on, so forth. And next, there's another version. DepEd, actually, it's not 2012. It's not 2012, 2018 yet. This is another version of time allotment. Kanya-kanya yan sa kanya-kanyang subject, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 210 minutes per day. Per day with 2, 4, 6, 7 subjects. Okay, to get the instructional time, paano ba natin makukuha ang instructional time? It should be allotted time minus non-instructional time equals instructional time. We'll discuss that later on. Here are the guidelines in when making timetable. Okay, yan. First, Determine how much instructional time is available each day. To do this, again, subtract the non-instructional time from the amount of time students are in school. So for example, binigyan tayo ng allotted time ng DepEd which is 50 minutes per subject. Ima-minus natin yung non-instructional time. Wala tayong pen. Anyway, example, allotted time natin is 50 minutes. Mamaminus yun ng non-instructional time which is, for example, non-instructional time, this is the parang interruption kumbaga during giving instruction to students. For example, nagmamarites si ma'am. No, sabihin na, okay class, copy nyo to, answerin nyo to, or ano to ba, gawin nyo to, tapos punta mo na ako doon. Hindi magdi-discuss. Makipagmarites. Ano pa? Announcement. Example, may kakatok sa classroom na, di ba, may interrupt yung discussion or yung lesson na nagtiteach si ma'am. Ano pa? Student interruption. Pwede din. Example, pag may tatawag sa'yo na, teacher, ma'am, si Pedro po nakaigit or ang tawag sa Tagalog niyan? Natatae or sa ganyan, mga chuchu, ma'am, nilalagnat po, ganito. Diba? Ma-interrupt yung lesson or discussion. So, those are example of non-instructional time. So, if, let's say, sa pagmamarites ni ma'am, 20 minutes. Tapos, ano pa yung kanina? Interruption ng mga students, 5 minutes. Yung pag-announce, 10 minutes. Ilan na yun? 20, 10, mga 35. 35 minus the allotted time. 35 minus 50, ilan na lang natitira? 15 minutes. So that is the instructional time. That is the time. You only give the students 15 minutes to interact or to teach or to discuss your lesson. That is your instructional time. So, knowing the instructional time will help you know na is it enough na yung 15 minutes is it enough na yung 15 minutes makakalaro na ba mga students doon? So, yes, knowing your time or budgeting your time is very important. So, yun. Okay, next, specify the subjects to be taught as well as their competencies for each grade level as set forth by the Department of Education. So, yan. Know your subjects. As well yung competencies na nakalagay sa curriculum at provided na yun ng Department of Education. No high problema, mi amigo. Next, determine how much time is required for each subjects per week. So, yun na nga. Alamin natin kung ano yung allotted time na ibinigay sa atin, which is usually 50 minutes. Last, identify the available resources and teaching strategies needed for each subject. So, available resources. For example, math yung topic mo, you need manipulatives. Manipulatives like blocks. But the problem here is you don't have blocks. So, nang gagawin mo, you have to make an alternative way. Hanap ka ng ibang resources na para makaprovide ka ng quality education ng mga students mo. And teaching strategies. Ano ba yan? Magpapa-brainstorm ka ba? Problem solving ka ba? Ano ba? Magpapa-role play? Gamification? So on, so forth. You have to analyze those strategies. Baka some of the strategies kasi baka time consuming. So ayun, you have to consider those things. Next. Okay, we have two common timetabling approach. So, always natin tandaan, una is split timetable or subject stagger approach. This is where the teacher prepares different subjects per period. For example, you teach grade 4, 5, 6 in the same classroom. So, sa 8 to 8:50, yung grade 4, yung iti-teach mo is math. Yung sa grade 5 naman, science. Yung sa grade 6 naman, English. So, most probably, hindi, ewan ko lang, paano yan i-manage ng teacher? Parang talaga, hindi hindi makakarelate yung iba kasi iba-iba yung subject eh. Unlike dito sa common subject approach, this is where same subject at the same time. It's just different difficulties or level and different activities. For example, dito, grade 4 math. Sa grade 5 math, grade 6 math. Same time, 8 to 8:50, math sila lahat. Sila lahat, but different difficulties. For example, sa grade 4, ano sa kanila? Skip counting by 2 or ano ba yan? Sa grade 5, ano ba? Sa example, grade 1, ito lang na alam ko eh. Grade 1, in place value, 2 digits ng kanilang 2 digits lang yung topic nila. Sa grade 2, 3 digits na place value, aalamin nila. That is ones, tens, hundreds. Sa grade 3, bale parang 4 or 5 digits ng aalamin nila. So, that is an example of different activities or different difficulties, but the same subject pa rin. It's all about math. Ayan. So, that's the difference between split timetable and common subject approach. Okay, tips for timetabling in multi-grade class. Math and other subject maturity need more concentration should be taught in the morning. So, for example, kung mostly, talaga lahat sa atin nahihirapan sa math. Yun ang uunahin natin dahil, again, it need more concentration and ididiin talaga natin, no? Para fresh din yung utak nila, hindi sila madedrain, magagamit lahat ng energy. Kasi itong mga subject na math, it needs, again, energy para ma-cope up ng mga bata. And other subjects, okay, it could be other subjects po. For example, reading and writing, kung mahina sila doon, yun ang uunahin mo. Diba? Okay, next, consider the student's maturity and attention span. Alright, especially sa mga younger years, no? Grade 1, 2, 3, or kinder. So, they have short attention span. So, you have to change activities more often. Hindi nila kaya mag-stick ng isang activity. Lalo na pag papabayaan mo lang, sulat-sulat lang sila sa later on, pupunta na yan sa kabilang upuan, makikipag chika sa mga classmate nila. Next, allow adequate time to teach and supervise all the grade levels. May it be in a whole class or small group activities. Okay, give time to supervise your students. Hindi lang na hahayaan mo lang sila after magbigay ng activity. You have to supervise. It is your job as a teacher. Next, the timetable should be posted clearly and may be familiar to the student. So, hindi lang teacher nakakaalam sa schedule. Dapat meron ding copy yung mga student. Most usually nakalagay lang yan sa pintuan. Okay. That would be all for managing instructional time. I hope you guys learned something from it. There could be more or other details that you can read on the book that has been provided to us. That would be all. This has been Mama J. Tamada. Thank you for listening.